Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give you 8 latest defense updates. Number 1, unveiling underwater travel mechanism of K4 SLBM nose cap. After nearly a decade of development, India's DRDO has finally shed light on the underwater travel mechanics of the K4 submarine launched ballistic missile, that is SLBM, deployed on the Arihant class nuclear submarines. This revelation marks a significant milestone in India's pursuit of a credible sea-based nuclear deterrent, positioning the K4 as a unique contender among global SLBMs. Unlike its American and Chinese counterparts, the K4 incorporates a distinctive nose cap design akin to that of the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, offering a fresh perspective on underwater missile dynamics and maneuverability. The K4 SLBM, developed to arm India's indigenous Arihant class ballistic missile submarine, is a two-stage solid fueled missile with a reported range of approximately 3,500 to 4,000 kilometers, weighing nearly 17 tons and measuring 12 meters in length. The missile is designed to carry a payload of up to 2 tons, delivering nuclear warheads with pinpoint accuracy. Launched from a submerged platform, typically at a depth of around 50 meters, the K4 enhances India's second strike capability, aligning with its no first use nuclear doctrine. Next, unveiling dual mode Bhargavastra CUAS. Solar Industries, a Nagpur based leader in defense manufacturing, has confirmed that its cutting edge Bhargavastra counter unmanned aerial system, that is CUAS, will feature a versatile hard kill interceptor capability, incorporating both guided Bhargavastra micro missiles and unguided Bhargavastra rockets. This dual mode approach marks a significant evolution in India's indigenous counter drone technology, offering a flexible and cost effective solution to neutralize the growing threat of unmanned aerial vehicles, including swarm drones. The announcement reinforces Solar Industries' position at the forefront of India's defense innovation landscape, aligning with the nation's Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Next, debunking the K-35 kill switch myth. In recent years, the Lockheed Martin F-35 Lightning II has emerged as a contender in discussion about modernizing the Indian Air Force, often pitted against alternatives like the Rafale Su-35 or indigenous options like the Tejas and AMCA. However, a persistent concern raised by the anti-F-35 lobby in India revolves around a rumored kill switch, a supposed mechanism that would allow the United States to remotely disable the aircraft if India were to act against American interest. This narrative, steeped in conspiracy and mistrust, has gained traction in defense circles. But is there any truth to it? Let's unpack the myth, examine the systems fueling these fears, and explore where the real control lies. At its core, the kill switch myth suggests that the US can flip a switch either mid-flight or on the ground and render an F-35 inoperable, effectively neutralizing an ally air part at will. The idea is seductive in its simplicity, a high-tech safeguard ensuring compliance straight out of a science fiction thriller. In the Indian context, skeptics argue that such a mechanism would undermine national sovereignty, leaving the IAF at a mercy of a foreign power. But despite its narrative appeal, there's no evidence or technical basis to support this claim. Next, deck-based AWACS for future aircraft carrier. The Indian Navy is setting its sight on enhancing its maritime surveillance and command capabilities by planning to integrate deck-based airborne warning and control systems, that is AWACS, aircraft into its future aircraft carrier fleet. As of March 6, this move aligns with the Navy's Vision 2047, aiming to bolster its operational reach in the Indo-Pacific amid rising regional threats, particularly from China's expanding naval presence. With its current carriers, INS Vikramaditya and INS Vikrant, relying on the Kamov K-31 helicopter for airborne early warning, the Navy seeks a more robust fixed-wing AWACS solution capable of carrier takeoff and landing to provide 360-degree radar coverage, extended range, and enhanced battle management. Several aircraft stand out as potential candidates for modifications to meet these dual requirements of deck-based operations and AWACS functionality. Next, Belgium eyes 700 turret orders for Project Zorawar from India. In a significant boost to India's defense manufacturing capabilities, Belgium's John Cockerell Defense, a global leader in turret system, has joined forces with Pune-based Electro Pneumatics and Hydraulics to produce the advanced Cockerell 3105 turret featuring the NATO standard Cockerell 105 mm high pressure gun in India. This collaboration marks a pivotal step in equipping the Indian Army's Zorawar light tank program, designed to counter the growing presence of Chinese ZTQ-15 lakhs tanks along the line of actual control. Next, shortlisted 6 consortiums for Earth Observation Satellite Constellation Project. In a significant step forward enhancing India's space-based Earth observation capabilities, the Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center has shortlisted 6 consortiums to build and manage a 1,500 crore constellation of Earth observation satellites. The selected consortiums include Satsure, Pixel, Dhruva Space and PireSite, Anant Technologies, Solar Group and XD Links, Bharat Electronics Limited and Sisir Radar, and Tata Advanced Systems Limited and Centum. This ambitious public-private partnership project aims to bolster India's geospatial data infrastructure, catering to both civilian and strategic needs while fostering innovation in the private space sector. Next, the indirect conflict of Pakistan and Bangladesh cannot be ignored by India. Why? India, a nation with a rich history and diverse geography, shares volatile borders with Pakistan and Bangladesh, 2 neighbors with whom relations have often been strained. Over the decades, both countries have been accused of employing indirect conflict measures, including supporting insurgencies, facilitating illegal infiltration, and leveraging proxies to destabilize India and encroach upon its territory. These tactics, often subtle and deniable, pose a significant threat to India's sovereignty and security. So, Pakistan's use of indirect conflict against India is well documented. Since the partition in 1947, Pakistan has sought to challenge India's control over Jammu and Kashmir, employing both conventional warfare and more insidiously. Next, Assam to launch its own satellites, talks with ISRO on. The Assam government announced on Monday that it would have its own satellite which will help collect data for the implementation of critical socio-economic projects besides keeping surveillance on its border. The announcement was made by Finance Minister Ajanta Nyog while presenting the state budget for 2025-26. Chief Minister Himant Biswa Sarma later claimed that Assam will be the first state in the country to have its own satellite. Thank you.